Hello friends, I am Dr. Itisri Swain from Mathematics Department. Welcome all of you to our MKD education. In the previous video, already we discussed about the division formula of the vectors, the condition for parallelism of the vector, and the position by the help of position vector we can find the any vector. Okay. Now in this video we discussed about the scalar multiple of two vectors, that is the scalar product of the vectors and their properties. In this video we discussed to know about the scalar product and their properties. The product of two vectors we find in two different ways, that is the scalar product and so the multiplication of two vectors in two different ways. One is the scalar product or dot product, and the second is our vector product or cross product. Particularly in this video we discussed about the scalar product or dot product. Why it is called the scalar product? That you see, whenever we multiply two vectors and the product is a scalar quantity, then we find that product is defined as the scalar product. And suppose for example we find our work done, that is equal to the force into displacement, that is the dot product of two vectors. That means whenever we find the product of two vectors, that is the force and displacement, then we find the work done, and this work done is a scalar quantity. So here we find, since the product of two vectors is a scalar quantity, so that product is defined as scalar product, and it is denoted by a dot, so also it is defined as the dot product. Okay, so if we have two vectors a bar and b bar, and you see, suppose this is a bar and this is b bar, and the angle we find from b bar to a bar, suppose it is equal to theta, then the dot product of this vector, that is a bar dot b bar, it is defined as the modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar into cos theta, where you see these are the two vectors and the angle between them is equal to theta. So we find the dot product or scalar product, that is the modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar into cos theta. Now we discussed about the properties of the scalar product. Now first property of this scalar product, that it is commutative. Commutative means whenever we find two vectors and their dot product, that is a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. Because you see, already we define the dot product, that is equal to modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar into cos theta. So if I find, this is our, suppose this is a bar and this is b bar, and the angle we measure anticlockwise is positive. Suppose from a bar to b bar the angle is defined as theta. Then we find a bar dot b bar, that is modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar into cos theta. If we find b bar dot a bar, then it is equal to the modulus of b bar into the modulus of a bar and the cos of minus theta. Because if we measure the angle from A to B as anticlockwise and it is positive, then whenever we find the dot product, then from B bar to A bar it is clockwise and we treated as minus or negative theta. So B bar dot A bar is equal to B modulus of B bar into modulus of A bar into cos of minus theta. But we know the cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. So we find the modulus of b bar into modulus of a bar, that is into cos theta. So you see a bar dot b bar, from these two we find a bar dot b bar is equal to b bar dot a bar. So we find the properties that it is commutative. And the second property that, and it is distributive over addition. The second property we find it is distributive over addition. Now you see, if we have three vectors, so a bar dot b bar plus c bar, that is equal to a bar dot b bar plus a bar dot c bar. So this is distributive over addition. And the third property, and it is very much important because we find the application of the third property is vast. That is, if the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0, that is a bar dot b bar is equal to 0, then we find a bar is perpendicular to b bar. This is the condition that two vectors are perpendicular if their dot product is equal to 0. So you see, if the dot product of two vectors are 0, either of the vector may be a non-vector. That means the modulus of a bar or the modulus of b bar is a 0. If they are non-zero vector, then and the product is equal to 0, that means already we know a bar dot b bar is equal to modulus of a bar into modulus of b bar into cos theta. So whenever we find either of the vector are non-zero vector, then this cos theta must be 0. So if cos theta is equal to 0, that means your theta is equal to pi by 2. And what is theta? It is the angle between two vectors. So whenever we find the angle between two vectors is pi by 2, that means our a bar is perpendicular to b bar. Okay, and this is the important property of this dot product. That means we can find the property or we can find the condition for the perpendicular of two vectors. Now you see, actually the x-axis direction we differentiate as the unit vector, that is I cap, and the unit vector along y-axis, that is j cap, and the unit vector along z-axis, that is equal to k cap. And already we know I cap, j cap and k cap, these three vectors are mutually perpendicular. So here we find I cap dot j cap is equal to 0. Also j cap dot k cap is equal to 0 and k cap dot I cap is equal to 0. Because these three vectors are mutually perpendicular, so we find the dot product is equal to 0. The next property, the dot product between two same vector, that is, if we find the same vector, that the dot product of this same vector, that is, it is the square of its magnitude. That is a bar dot a bar, that is equal to the square of its magnitude. That means we find the modulus of a bar and again the modulus of a bar and cos 0, because the angle between the same vector, that is equal to 0. So we find a bar dot a bar is equal to modulus of a bar and modulus of a bar into cos 0, and already we know cos 0 is equal to 1, so it is the square of its modulus. This is the next property. And since we find a bar dot a bar is equal to 0, square of the magnitude, then we find the dot product of I cap dot I cap is equal to 1. Similarly, j cap dot j cap is equal to 1 and k cap dot k cap is equal to 1. So these are the properties of the scalar product. Now we find one problem. Before discussing the problem, now you see, whenever we express the vectors into its components, that means a bar is equal to a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap and b bar is equal to b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. If we express the vectors into its components, then what is its dot product? That is a bar dot b bar, that you find a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap dot b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. Here you see, whenever already we read in the properties of the vector that the I cap dot I cap, it is equal to 1, so we find a1 b1, but I cap dot j cap is 0, I cap dot k cap also 0, j cap dot I cap also 0, so again we find a2 b2 j cap dot j cap, that is equal to a2 b2 plus a3 k cap into b3 k cap, that is equal to a3 b3. So if we find the vectors into its components, the scalar product or dot product is defined as a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3. Okay. So now we find one problem, that is, again we find the proof by vector method that the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. So see friends, this is a semicircle and this is the center, suppose O, this point is A and this point is A dash, and now suppose we find here this is a point, that is B. So a B vector and this is a dash B vector. What is our question? That is, the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. That means here we have to prove a dash B A, this angle, it is equal to pi by 2 or 90 degree. So how can we prove this angle is 90 degree? If we prove AB vector is perpendicular to A dash B vector, then we can find this angle is 90 degree. So here you see we mentioned in the vector form. So here I take OA bar is equal to A bar. So OA dash bar that is equal to minus A bar. Why? You see, this is the radius of the circle, this is also the radius of the circle, that means the magnitude is same but the direction is opposite to each other. So if we find this vector is A bar, then OA dash is equal to minus A bar. Now this is OB vector, we take, suppose this is equal to R bar. Okay. Now in this triangle, in the triangle OAB, we find OA bar plus, from triangle law of addition, we find OA bar plus AB bar, that is equal to OB bar. Or we find AB vector, that is equal to OB bar minus OA bar. Already we take OB bar is equal to R bar minus OA bar is equal to A bar. So AB vector is equal to R bar minus A bar. Similarly, if we analyze this triangle, that is the triangle A dash B O or O A dash B, then here we find the O A dash or O A dash bar plus A dash B bar, again it is equal to OB bar. O A dash bar plus A dash B bar is equal to OB bar, or again we find A dash B bar is equal to OB bar minus OA bar. So it is equal to R bar minus, and already we defined OA bar is equal to minus A bar. So it is equal to R bar plus A bar. So from this picture we find vector AB is equal to R bar minus A bar and A dash B vector is equal to R bar plus A bar. So what is the dot product of these two vectors? So now AB bar dot A dash B bar is equal to R bar minus A bar dot R bar plus A bar. So now we find the dot product, that is R bar dot R bar plus R bar dot A bar minus A bar dot R bar minus A bar dot A bar. So already we discussed from the properties that the dot product of the same vector, that is the square of its modulus, and the vector scalar product of two vectors are commutative. So R bar dot A bar minus A bar dot A bar, cancel this dot product, that is A bar dot R bar. So it is equal to minus square of this. Now you see from this figure, here this vector OB, that is equal to R bar, and vector OA, that is equal to A bar. But this OB vector and OA vector, their magnitude as the radius of the circle. That means we find the modulus of vector R is equal to the modulus of the vector A. So the dot product is equal to 0. So since the dot product of these two vectors is equal to 0, ultimately we prove AB vector is perpendicular to A dash B vector, or the angle in a semicircle is a right angle. And the next problem, the diagonal of a rhombus bisect each other at right angle. It is also based on that properties that the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0, then the vectors are perpendicular. So now we prove this problem by vector method. Now you see the position vector of A is equal to A bar and C is equal to B bar. So the midpoint of AC bar is equal to A bar plus B bar by 2. It is from the midpoint formula. Now you see the midpoint of OB and AC are the same. So they bisect each other. They bisect each other, which is our part 1. Next, we have to prove this OB vector is perpendicular to AC vector. Now, OB vector, it is equal to A bar plus B bar, and AC vector, it is equal to the position vector of C minus position vector of A, that is equal to B bar minus A bar. So the dot product of these two diagonals, that is OB dot AC, that is equal to A bar plus B bar dot B bar minus A bar. So according to the dot product, we find it is equal to the modulus of A bar square minus modulus of B bar square. Now OA bar, the magnitude is equal to A bar, and OC bar, that is the B bar. So since they are the sides of the rhombus, then we find the magnitude of B bar is equal to the magnitude of A bar, because we know the length of the sides of a rhombus is equal. So we find modulus of B bar is equal to modulus of A bar. That means this dot product is equal to 0, or we find the diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So we prove that the diagonal of a rhombus bisect each other at right angle by vector method. So friends, in this video we discussed about the scalar property of the two vectors, and we find the condition of perpendicularity from this scalar product. So next video we discussed about the cross product of the vectors.